folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Prescott on first down. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's finish now. 26.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go, 47. Under. 26.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee. And that's the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Even. 4 down. Even. Move 15.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he finds Penny. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
25, check 24. 14, Friday. Gun. Gun. Pull it in. 14. Army. Yo, Friday.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 50.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
14, Friday. Check.
On 2nd down, Davis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go, 47. Start there, over here. Start there.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 48 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
12. Shot. Move 15. Gun. Safety creep.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll dump it off to Procise. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Shot. 380. Got it. Hey, watch that.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A first down carry for Davis. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And his pass incomplete. C.J. Procise was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on. Hey. 4 down. You gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Mike Davis taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here.
Shotgun.
Throwing is Wilson. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Tight end's right. Hey, here we go. 180. 3 down.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Prescott looks to throw on first. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Watch 19. Watch 19. Here we go.
Throwing, Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 54 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He lets it fly for Lockett, and that's caught inside the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hatch it. 19. Sorry, move the team. Right there, 54 miles.
On 1st down, Wilson fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes, and the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Out to kick is Janikowski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Jeff Swaim, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Here we go, 46. Here we go.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2.
Here we go.
Final play of the half, Prescott. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. First half in the books. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. Again, it's Penny. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
12.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That one complete. Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Shift. Watch the shift. Zebra. Tight dog.
Now Wilson on 1st down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Let's get it. Tight. Green 80. Watch 81. Watch 81. Got it. There. Check 26.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Gun. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Gotta go. Mike's by 4. Let's go, 14. Saturday. There.
Now Wilson operating from the gun. This complete to Lockett. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. And the Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey. Right, move 15. 3 down. Check 3. Hey. He's moving, boys, he's moving. Friday.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Wilson. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Green 80.
Here's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And there's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Now a toss going left. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. And the Cowboys are able to recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Then we're going to 53. 3 down. Hey, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Here we go. 180. Gun.
Prescott on first down. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will have the lead if they can hit the PAT. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field.
14.
He's back to throw. He'll dump it off to Procise. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check 13. Green 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Green 80.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
12.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Let's go. Check 3. Saturday. We got heavy. Tight. Blue 80. Heavy. Blue 80. Tight. Undercrunch. Alert 3.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Back to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the 1st down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So now this thing's coming down to the big left leg of Sebastian Janikowski. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now this thing's coming down to the big left leg of Sebastian Janikowski. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And he missed it. He missed it right. It's no good. And that's going to cost him the football game. Well, Charles, coaches always talk after losses about putting that behind you and moving on. But in a case like this, when you could have won it with a chip shot field goal and you miss it, that is going to sting for a little while, isn't it?
Some are tougher to put behind you than others, right? We always talk about compartmentalizing. What is the rule? Coaches always talk about 24-hour rule after a game, and then you move on. That's tough because that was a very makeable field goal. In fact, I think you and I were both just shocked that he didn't knock it through the post, and they end up walking off the field losers.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.